In business solutions,
how about a Christian-focused insurance brokerage agency doing you all that pertains insurance needs? Mega Health Brokerage Insurance is our special feature for this week's episode of Business Solutions, tailored to demystify the insurance heresies among believers with a keen focus of propagating, enlightening, and providing insurance products meant to cater for diverse clients' needs. I asked the Mega Health Insurance Brokers Associate Director Martin Mugambi what gaps does he intend to fill in the largely overcrowded yet least untapped insurance industry.
All right. So my name is Martin Mugambi. I'm a born-again Christian and I'm always very proud about it. I'm a director at Mega Health Insurance Brokers, which is an insurance intermediary in Kenya that is licensed by IRA. And we do all sorts of insurance services from medical, motor, life, pensions, everything that you can think about, we are able to give you that. Actually, I trained as a teacher. I did education, majored in mathematics and geography, and then taught a bit, then got into sales, bank sales largely, and then got now into insurance sales. And then now I got my training while already I'd started selling and interacting with insurance.
When was that?
That was in 2012. That insurance is not bought.
It's not bought.
Yes, it is sold.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, very many people don't take insurance as a cup of tea. They would do well without insurance, but sometimes the government wants you to have insurance, maybe for professional indemnity, for your vehicle, for maybe pension, or the NSSFs, the NHIFs, and all that. So those are also types of insurance. So ask someone if they have home insurance, if they have personal accident insurance. They probably don't consider it a necessity as it is right now. But the beauty with the technology and the digitalization of things is that we are seeing a lot of people now coming up and asking questions about other non-conventional insurance solutions that we were not used to selling back in the days.
Yeah.
Back in the days, we were just doing motor insurance.
Nowadays, travel insurance.
Yeah, nowadays there's travel. People are aware that if I want to travel out of Kenya, I need to have a travel insurance. Yes. Yeah, some even take international medical insurance because they know that they move around quite often. Yeah, so they are very well sorted. All right, so one is just to go back and give you an understanding that we are a Christian-based organization, and so we would want the Christian to know that for sure there is insurance, and there is nothing wrong in taking insurance. I know the Bible says the Lord will protect us,
yes,
and all that.
Yes.
But also the same Bible, I think in Proverbs, reminds us that a wise man sees trouble and he hides from it. So insurance is supposed to be taken as such. There's wisdom that comes when you take insurance. When sometimes someone wants to take, not to take insurance, they are reminded that you're protecting yourself, you're protecting your future. So yes, we want to educate the Christian. We also want to let people know that there are good insurance brokers and intermediaries out here. It's not just, especially when I was growing up, there was a lot of, and when I was joining insurance actually, there was a lot of fear of the insurance intermediary that utaniibia, you steal this business from me, you will not pay my premiums, because of the kind of education there was back in the day. So what we are doing is we are trying to give people information about insurance so that they are able to understand that once I take out this kind of insurance, these are my expectations. This is the insurance company's expectations. It's also important to understand that insurance companies don't take the whole liability. You as an individual, you're also supposed to understand that it's a two-way traffic. You're also supposed to take care of yourself. So you'll not be walking in the middle of the road and not expect to be hit by a vehicle. Yeah. Then when insurance comes and does investigation and say that you are careless or self-involving in such, you are trying to be suicidal, then they don't pay, you start, or the people now around you start saying that the insurance company is conning them. But largely it's about understanding the policy document that we were supposed to read at the beginning of the cover. I know very many people say that they are customer oriented. We are, we are customer oriented. But what we've done is that we've gone ahead. We've actually developed products that suit the customer. For example, for the lawyers, we have a product that allows them to buy insurance, medical insurance today and start using it today. There's no waiting period.
Okay.
And then more than that, especially for the young lawyers and the one-man partner law firms, we are able to extend a free professional indemnity cover. Now, they need the professional indemnity cover to have their license renewed by ALSK.
Okay.
So we tend to tell them that yes, you can get the medical cover, but now more than just the medical cover, we want to assist you to have an easy transition into getting your registration with LSK. So we give a free professional indemnity cover, there's a free PA, there's a free AMREF cover. Those are some of the benefits that we look at.
Okay.
So we are really, we look at the customer and we look at the needs that they have. We also try to look at customers in terms of the associations that they belong to,
yes,
or the groups that they belong to. Reason being, when you're a group of people, it's easier for us to negotiate your specific product. And we tried so much to understand, before we offer to Kingsley an insurance product, we want to have a sit down with Kingsley and understand the Kingsley, these are the needs and these are the things that he gets involved in on a daily basis. So we try to protect in case there's a claim from that perspective. We actually offer all sorts of insurance.
Okay.
As I mentioned in the beginning, we do motor, we do bike insurance, both private and even PSV, border borders. We actually educate a lot. We try to educate the border guys a lot, even in the places that we live, so that they can take insurance, because you see they have,
yes,
they can easily slip away.
Actually, do theirs also have the third party?
Yes.
And comprehensive?
The basic insurance in Kenya allowable is third party.
Okay.
So you can actually take a third party and you're okay. What third party means is that it takes care of the third party, either a human being or animal or property that you get to damage in the event that your motor vehicle or motorcycle hits them or it. Then now when you want it to go a bit higher, you now go to comprehensive, whereby now if there are any damages, the insurance company will also take care of the damages for you.
Okay.
Yes.
Then you're just going on with the insurance that you handle.
We are very passionate about medical insurance because we've realized that the bills out here are escalating. The hospitals sometimes can be a bit crazy when someone is admitted. Sorry for that. So we've tried to come up with products that help customers to alleviate the situation when they actually get sick. So we have very good products for medical insurance. We try to watch out there just to understand what is currently the good product.
And just to catch, the medical insurance is such a thorny one.
Yes,
you
yes.
just outline some of the products that you're having, outpatient, inpatient.
Yes, yes, yes.
You also mentioned the one for international travel.
Yes. Yeah, so we offer both inpatient, outpatient, and remember for medical insurance, inpatient is the mandatory requirement for the traditional policies. But now we have a partner that has a product that can gives you one limit. So we give you one limit that you can use either for inpatient or outpatient, and it can go up to 1 million. So that is quite competitive and quite engaging, because sometimes the traditional mode of insurance has been maybe 1 million for inpatient and 100,000 for outpatient. So if you exhaust your 100,000 and it's maybe April and you have all the way to December to renew your cover, then you can't utilize. So what this cover does is that it is a one limit for all. Whether you use it on outpatient only or inpatient, then it's fine. So we have that. Then we also have a product for our senior citizens, our parents, our guardians that are above the age of 80. And we are quite actually even all the way from 65, because most insurance companies, the normal policy will end at 65. So after that, we also introduce the seniors packages, and we have products especially that have reduced waiting periods, so that you can find that a customer can come in and start using the cover maybe after 3 months with one of the leading insurers in Kenya. When it comes to children, remember you can take insurance just for your child who is below 18 years or even up to 25 if you can prove that they are still in college. Because sometimes you may find that I am employed somewhere, and my employer only gives the cover for the employee and leaves out the family. My spouse is maybe also employed in a similar situation, so the child is exposed. So we have a product that can help cover your child only on standalone, which does not require you to be in the cover.
Before we even go further,
yes,
especially in medical insurance,
all right.
I'm coming to think about employees,
yes,
especially in MSMEs,
yes,
whose these organizations are unable to do so much
yes,
to get for the insurance.
yes.
Talk to them about that and the importance of reporting to your insurance.
Yes, it's quite important, and what we've done is we've also listened to the market and understood what the other insurance companies are offering, and we have products that can speak to that clientele. They have limited hospital, so that, you know, what happens is that the higher the hospital that you visit, the higher the premium.
Yes.
So what we've done is that we've reduced the list of hospitals that you can visit, so that it's a bit accommodative. And remember, at the end of the day, the hospitals at the estates and all that are still qualified, and they have been given a license by the Poisons and Pharmacy Board. KMPDU is aware, you know, so everything goes on quite well and they are safe. All right, thank you for that. And why you should actually have an Mega Health as your intermediary, as your insurance broker, is that we are very responsive. We are very present, because in the event of an accident, especially now when we speak about motor insurance, we will follow up for you just to ensure that the vehicle is assessed on time. Because normally the process of motor claim is that there is an assessment first to determine if the damages are below or above excess. Because as I said, that the insurance company expects you to be responsible for maybe some part of the insurance, or some part of the claim, sorry. So we will make sure that the assessment is done. We'll make sure that the vehicle is taken to the right garage. We'll make sure that the vehicle is also repaired well, because sometimes, you know, the garage can overlook an item or a repair there. So we always are involved in the whole process. Remember, for us, we are not the ones directly paying for your insurance claim, but we are facilitating to ensure that, assuming that someone got involved in an accident and they are in hospital, maybe they are only able to fill in the forms and now the vehicle needs to be repaired. So we assist in the process to ensure that everything goes on well, or they're incapacitated. Maybe if very incapacitated, then we'll have to wait until they're able to give a statement and maybe move forward. For medical insurance, we're always there. We're always there. Our lines are open. We keep on making sure that our clients can access us, so that even in the event that you go to a hospital and maybe the card or the system is not working well, we're able to liaise with the insurance company so that they can speed up the approvals internally, just to ensure that you don't spend a lot of time at the waiting lobby. All right, actually, private insurance is a complementary to national insurance, because what we believe in is that the government should come first.
Yes.
So what normally happens is that once you get...
It is statutory, it is mandatory.
Yes.
Okay.
So even actually when you're admitted, when a client is admitted, before the private insurance company pays, there is an understanding of the NHIF rebate that comes every day. So it is deducted from the bill, and then now the private insurance comes and pays the rest of the bill. So what we do is we encourage our customers to have an NHIF that is active, or now going forward it will move to SHIF, because at the end of the day there is still that relationship between the government and the responsibility to its citizens. So that one we can never run away from, and I really encourage guys to be active on that, not to ignore it just because it looks like it's not working. But to an extent, imagine you've been admitted and then you're being told you need to cough up 20,000 shillings. You are not working, you are just laying in bed in a hospital. You see, it's good to understand that that money could have helped if you had already paid, and the premiums are not as heavy as the rebate that comes in. For us, as I said, we have a special product, especially for now, like the lawyers, the senior citizens, that has, for the lawyers, it's purely no waiting periods, and then for the senior citizens there's a 3 months waiting period. No, it's just an introduction so that you can be able to understand exactly where you're coming from and what is your membership. And then we also understand what you're engaged in. We have various other partnerships with other associations and societies within Kenya. So the thing is, you just let us know that we have this group of people we would want to talk. And actually it goes even as low as groups, chamas and all that. So that the only important thing we need to understand is we want this kind of insurance, whether it is a group motor insurance, whether it's a group money market policy, whether it is pension, because actually that's another area that I usually tell people, especially the younger guys like you and
Yes.
we need to start planning for our pension, for our retirement ages. And you see, sometimes we think that we have time, but the problem is that that time ends very fast. When you sit down with the retirees, they'll tell you, I wish I did this and this and this earlier. So you can just be deducting 1,000 shillings per month for your pension, and that is good money. Once that you get to your retirement age, you're able to have some money that you can put in an annuity, whereby now the money will be paying you like a salary every month. So you end up being very comfortable when you're a bit aged, as opposed to running helter-skelter, trying to sell newspaper, trying to now maybe that time we'll be trying to sell SD cards and all that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll need a copy of the logbook, even if it is not in your name, and then your KRA PIN and your and your ID.
Okay.
Those are the three things that I'll need in terms of documentation. Remember, now we are a bit digital, so we don't need a lot of policy documents and proposal forms being filled. And then now the part premium. And actually what we've done is we've partnered with insurance companies that allow us to have more than the three traditional installments.
Okay.
We can go up to actually 12 installments for you to pay your insurance.
Okay.
Yes.
The same also applies to health and the others?
No, now health is a bit different and sensitive. We only allow up to 4 installments through something called insurance premium finance. But now for our for the normal policy, we can allow up to 2 installments. So what we mean is that assuming that your insurance premium, the one that has been calculated, you need to pay 100,000. So for motor insurance, you don't need to pay the whole 100,000. You can give us 30,000. We'll give you a 1-month cover. Then you pay the other 30,000. We'll give you another 1-month cover, and then you clear on the last installment, and then we'll give you now the annual certificate. Or else, if you want to do the insurance premium financing, whereby you approach a bank or a microfinance, then they give you a small loan that can allow you to pay a little bit longer, maybe 4 months or 6 months, so that now maybe your financial spread is a bit more lenient and flexible for you. Yes, we are, and what we've done is we've invested in a very robust CRM, that is the customer management system, which allows us to keep the data very, very private, because at the end of the day, we don't want our information on an Excel, because anyone can just come in and run away with the information.
Yeah.
So we have a CRM. And then we also have quotation tools that allow us to do our quotations. Remember, medical is not a one like motor. Gari yangu is 1 million. The rate is 4%. So we have integrated our system so that we're able to do our calculations a bit faster and more precisely, so that we don't waste a lot of time trying to get information here and there and there. So we have done that. And then we also give insurance stickers on the go. We have platforms that allow us to issue insurance stickers almost immediately. All right, so actually we're in the process of acquiring our data processing certificate from the Data Protection Office, and we really want to probably get that before maybe it's the next month. So that we give our customers more confidence. But what happens is that our information is shared centrally. So we have just 2 people who share this information to the insurance companies. We don't have everyone sharing everything to the insurance company. All right, we have actually seen quite a good improvement on the uptake of insurance by the small businesses, and especially people within the clothing and let me say the fashion and the mobile electronics, and especially phones. They're really taking up insurance, because you'll find someone has a small 3x3 shop in downtown, but they know that their stock is worth 2 million. So in the event there's a breakage, they will suffer. Yes, now for Mandamano, normally there's an extension that we request people to take. It's called political violence and terrorism extension, on your business, on your vehicle. And you can even extend it on medical and travel, all those. What that does is that in the event that there are political unrests, then your property is damaged, you're able to be sorted by the insurance company. Otherwise, if you don't have, we tell you it's been real.
Losses.
Count your losses one by one.
One by one.
It's true. Yeah, so there is that, and then what we've also done is that we've partnered with one of the leading insurance companies. We have a small package we call the business combined insurance. So what we do is that we can come to your insurance company and give you fire insurance, burglary, money insurance, all risk insurance, and a WIBA. WIBA is the Workman Insurance Benefits Act. This was an act that was formed in 2007, and what it does is that in the event that your staff is injured or dies while at your premise of work, then they're able to be compensated. We ignore that so many times, but at the end of the day, this employee that you have deserves to be well compensated in the event that they hurt themselves or they get hurt. You know, we keep on putting up gypsum and all that. If that thing falls on someone and they get hurt or they die, then there's a responsibility that you as the employer, you have. So those are the things that we're talking about. Yeah, there's a difference. WIBA is purely for the staff if they get hurt at the at the place of work. Product liability is whereby you go to a supermarket, you buy milk, and you take the milk, and once you fall sick, and when you go to hospital, they can actually point it that you took bad milk, for example, or there's this toxin that got into your body, and it can only come through the intake of bad milk, for example. So it is the milk company that now will be sued. You will sue the milk company, and then now the courts will probably fine them or something, and then now the insurance will come in for the milk company to pay for the damages. I think currently, I would say that there is concerted effort from both the IRA, ACI, the insurance companies, just to try and educate people about insurance, which is a good thing. It's a bit easier, it's a bit safer right now to say that people have some good knowledge about insurance. The only thing is that maybe we are not also running very fast to take up information or to learn about insurance. Remember now, like the floods that happened the other day, a lot of people were caught off guard. Your house is flooded, you don't have home insurance, then what do? You just have to count the losses again one by one. But if you had domestic or home insurance, that flooding could have been sorted by the insurance company. Those are policies that we have and we give, and they are very, very, very affordable. You can find that a content of say 3 million, you're paying less than 30,000 in a year, and the building itself. So the thing is, people have not asked, and I usually tell people, ask me, get a quotation from me, and then we can have a discussion. You will realize that what you thought was so expensive is minute. Yes, like personal accident. I keep on telling guys, you have bought a car, but imagine if there is an accident and you're hurt in that car. It's only your medical that can come in, maybe to pay for your bills. But if you have broken a leg or something, and you had someone, you had carried your friend will be compensated by insurance, but you will not be compensated. So those are the things that I try to request. Guys, let's buy personal accident insurance. It's only very affordable. I was doing a quotation for someone else, and it actually, for 1 million, they were paying 4,500 in a year. I'm a very noisy Facebook user. I'm very noisy on Facebook and LinkedIn. And on Facebook is Mogambi Marios, and on LinkedIn is Martin Mogambi. Just a small difference. But the Mega Health Insurance Brokers is the name that you can find on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and we can engage. Yes, and normally I don't fear sharing my phone number. I don't know if you allow it on your show. Oh, okay. So my phone number is 0721 179 112. There's a replay button on the video. You can put it up.
Thank you
but
so
we really
much,
appreciate it.